Today's January 24th, 2024. Rambler. Rambler's coming at you. Oh man, I can't wait till we get some sun come back. Of course, January here in central Indiana, it's going to be kind of doom and gloom for a while yet. I think I can make it. We're going. So today we're going to call this one. We're gonna promote the value of others, right? So if somebody in your life has helped you, maybe you thank them, right? Just give them a thanks. Give them a hug, give them a clap, give them something, you know? So there's this gentleman, his first name is, I believe it's Cedric, and he does the Bitcoin Matrix podcast. I think that's what it's called. Well, anyhow, there's a guy on there by the name of Dave Collum, Collum. I believe I've got that right. He is a chemistry professor at Cornell University. And he's a badass. Like, he is so cool. On this podcast, and I don't care if you're a Bitcoiner or not, but that's not the point. The point is promote the value of other people. And so he had this Dave Collum on his channel. And college professor, teaches chemistry. Amazing. I mean, this guy will give it to you straight. And if you're bothered by expletives, maybe you don't even pull it up. You might not want to. But if you're not bothered by expletives, give it a watch. Give it a listen. Now, I will tell you this. It is about 3 hours and 15... I think it's 3 hours and 15 minutes long. So don't let the length of the podcast bother you, because it is absolutely chock full of information. The guy rattled off another podcast that was done by Tucker Carlson, and I believe the guy's name was Brett Weinstein. I don't know how to pronounce it, and I'd never even heard of that guy. But it was up on Rumble, and so I pulled it up, and amazing. They were talking about the big scary bear. The thing that happened in 2020 that people were really scared about. Well, some people were. Some people were, and some people not so much. So anyhow, I actually stopped the 3 hour and 15 minute podcast. I went to go watch the one on Rumble. Amazing. And that one was over an hour long. And I'm not trying to, say you've got to watch every podcast on planet Earth, but if someone gives you value, or they mention a name, or they say someone's a badass, maybe you look that guy up or that gal up, or maybe you read their books. So Dave Collum, awesome guy. And I'd challenge you this. Go find the Bitcoin Matrix podcast. He just put it up the other day. There's comments that I actually left in there. It's labeled as always learning. I think it's always learning 426, something like that. You'll find it. You'll see it. There's a lot of hearts. And I even put the timestamps, so all you got to do is hit it. And it takes you right to it. If I take you to an expletive, I'm so sorry, but you'll just have to get through that. He said a bad word. Get over it. Get over it. If you don't like it, don't pull it up or swipe right or left or what. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. Stop. Hit the stop channel. Whatever. Stop button. Right? You don't have to watch it if you don't want to. If it triggers you, though, maybe you ask why it triggers you. If there's something that's said in there that kind of, is it stepping on your ego? Because if it is, there might be a reason for it. So anyhow, Dave Collum was on this, he was the guest for this Cedric guy on his podcast. He rattled off, I don't know, 3 or 4 books. I bought 3 of them. Well, 3 are on order. I don't remember what they all were, but one of them was The Coddling of the American Mind. I think that was the title. So I've got these 3 books on order. He mentioned another podcast which I watched, and just, I don't know, he talked about a lot of things. And I mean, that could be a whole nother series, but for the purpose of this video, we have to make this relatively quick. When someone offers you value, grab a hold of it. Open up that book or ask a question. I was asked about if I had done another Rambler. I'm like, well, I haven't, but if you're asking, apparently you want it, so I'm going to do another one. And I was thinking about the content, about what it should be about. And so we had a day off of work the other day, and I came across this podcast, and it had this gentleman in there by the name of Dave Collum. Awesome dude. And he was telling us about the interaction between him and his students, which was telling. It was very telling. I mean, they're paying money to listen to him in a college setting, and you can listen to him for free on the Bitcoin Matrix podcast. It floors me. Reference to other books, reference to other people. I mean, there's a list a mile long of basically different rabbit holes that you could go down. And so grab a couple of them and explore. Anyhow, I ordered the books, so those should be showing up relatively soon, and maybe I'll do another series, on those books, maybe the topics, I don't know yet. But when value is given, grab a hold of it and put that in your feather cap for another day, or maybe help someone else. Put it on your channel. Give them some credit. Say, hey man, this guy's fantastic. So I was talking about different topics and different things all through this podcast, and like I said, he's kind of he'll tell it to you straight. And if it triggers you, I mean, I would like to think that it wouldn't, but there's going to be a lot of people that see it that they just won't like it because it's like you're stepping on someone's ego. And when you call people out, they don't like it. But if it's true, I guess it must be said, right? If it's true. Maybe it isn't true. It's just the Rambler channel, right? Telling us the truth, or is he telling us a bunch of crap? And if it's free, it must not be worth much value, right? I disagree with that right now. Because I didn't have to pay Cedric, and I didn't have to pay Dave Collum, not 1 cent. I mean, they were just, it's 3 hours and 15 minutes of gold, in my opinion. So somebody asked me about a Rambler. You going to do another one? Okay, I'll do another one. All right. And I'm on my way home, and it is overcast, drizzly, cold, wet. But when I do these, it just makes the time fly by. So next time you're scrolling through YouTube, or you're scrolling through Rumble, whatever it is, whatever social media platform that you enjoy or get the most value from, just remember that somebody made that particular series or event or podcast not only for themselves but for the people that are watching it. And you have no idea how fast that's going to explode. There's another guy that I would like to mention. I've mentioned him before, but George Gammon. George Gammon says, hey guys, he goes, We need more people doing podcasts. We need more people on YouTube. We need more people that are speaking their mind. All right, George. Thank you. Right? Give thanks. Give credit where credit's due. He's the one that said, read the book about probabilities. He's right. No guarantees, only probabilities in life. Well, you should guarantee death and taxes. Guaranteed that. Let's become an entrepreneur and mitigate some of the tax issues. Could do that. The world is speeding up. It's speeding up faster and faster and faster. Where do you want to dance? Who do you want to align with? What value are you going to give away? There's another gentleman by the name of Jeff Booth. I've mentioned this guy before too. He wrote a book called The Price of Tomorrow. You want to understand where the world's going, read that book. Take you about 4 or 5 hours. Well, that's what it took me, and I'm a slow reader, so probably do it in 3. Or maybe do Audible, another technological advance. Listen to it while you're going to and from work or while you're on the can, whatever, it doesn't matter. Jeff Booth, Price of Tomorrow. He said he didn't write it because he wanted to write a book. He didn't write it for money. He wrote it because he had children, right? He wanted to leave something for his kids, which I think is awesome. For him, it's not about the money. For him, it was about how to make the world a better place. So add the value. And then when you're the recipient of that value, give credit where credit's due. Leave a comment. Say, hey, I like this material, or I don't like this material. Or, hey, have you read this book? Or, hey, have you heard about this person? They're doing some really cool stuff. Understand that. Understand where you're at in this world. Are you giving value for your fellow man? Are you helping your fellow man out? Or are you in it for you? I don't give a shit about anybody but myself, right? Maybe that's not the way we should think about it. I think this Dave Collum guy, I don't know, pushing 70 or maybe early 70s. And I'm thinking about sending him an email. I think that would be interesting. Just be like, look, man, I think the whole email is going to just consist of, you're a badass. You know? It's awesome. I love it. I love listening to this guy talk. So I shared that link with some folks. I don't know if it was, if anybody watched it. I mean, it is 3 hours and 15 minutes long, but thank you, Cedric. Awesome. That's so good. That's so good. Awesome. Anyhow, give the credit where the credit's due. There was a gal by the name of Lynn Alden. I'm pretty sure she used to be an engineer, maybe still is. Probably still has the credentials of such, but she's another Bitcoiner. And here's the thing: I'm not trying to push Bitcoin, but it seems like the people that understand that sector, let's just call it that, they understand that our money, our system is broken. Which, incidentally, Lynn wrote a book called Broken Money. I've got the book, but I haven't even opened it up yet. I just keep ordering more books. I should probably read some of those. Anyhow, she smart. I mean, she's so smart. Sometimes she's over my head and I just have to walk away because she's over my head quite a bit. I can't even understand her. So, but that's okay. You're gonna meet other people. They're gonna say stuff you're not gonna understand it. So ask them. Hey, dumb this down for me, will you? Right? Give credit where credit's due. Promote the people that help you in this world, because there's going to be a lot of them, and they're all over the internet. They're all over the place. Are you here to help me, or are you here to sell me? Help me or sell me, right? Right? I think that one came from oh gosh, what's the real estate guy? Drat. I can't remember his name. He wrote the book called Sell or Be Sold. Look that up, and you'll find the guy. He's big. He's a real estate guy. Pretty sure he says that in his book. You here to help me, or you here to sell me? Even if he didn't, that's essentially our entire world. You here to add value, or you here to just take, right? How about instead of taking, you start making, right? Even if it is just a silly Rambler channel, right? Wow, I can't believe that. 15 minutes, poof, gone. But the good news is I'm almost home, so I think I'll leave it there. Make sure you give credit where credit's due. Help the next guy out in line. Next gal, next guy, whatever, doesn't matter. And remember, happiness is conjured. Happiness is created, right? So if you have the talent to help someone, then maybe help them. All right, we'll leave it there, people. Enjoy the day, enjoy the evening, wherever you're at on this planet, right? Have a good one. We're going to leave it there. Peace.